Hey guys, I found a grenade. There's your cold open.
Hold on. Let me take a nice bracing sip of tea.
That's not tea. You have tea notes in there.
Matt, do you feel safe right now?
All right, we've got no choice. Call the Ghostbusters.
Hudson Valley Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Vigo, the scourge of Carpathia, the sorrow of Moldavia, command you.
Oh, command me, Lord.
I collect spores, molds, and fungus.
Beautiful.
It's slime time.
Greetings, ethereal beings, subhuman entities, and spectral forms from the great beyond, and any living humans who may be watching. Welcome to another fine episode of Hudson Valley Slime Time. I am your host, Jason, and the marketing director of the Hudson Valley Ghostbusters. I am joined here with my co-host, Matt. Hey, Matt, welcome to this mess.
Hey, Jay, I'm almost happy to be here. My name is Matt. I am the executive director and co-founder of Hudson Valley Ghostbusters. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that raises money for charity in the Hudson Valley area. If you would like to find out a little bit more about who we are and what we do on that front, you can go to our website, hvgb.org, and look at who we are, what we do, photos of events we've been to, our team members, our vehicles, equipment, and so on. Additionally, if you'd like to go back to some of our previous episodes, specifically episodes 1, 2, and 3, we go a little more in-depth into what it is we do.
Right, and, you know, some people said we were crazy to do this, and I'm starting to think we might have been.
Yeah.
You know, out of fear of opening a rip in the space-time continuum or something. But here we are doing it anyway. We have brought the Council of Steves together, and they are joining us tonight.
Hello.
Now say it once, say it twice, third time's a charm, and who are you gonna call? Steve.
Well, welcome,
Here.
Steve, and Steve.
Yep.
Hi,
Steve?
thanks, nice to be here. I'm Steve.
Steve.
Pleasure to be
Steve?
here. Always.
Steve, good to see you. Steve, good to see you.
Steve,
Did we
Steve.
forget to mention that this is going to be the drinking version of the show? So anytime somebody mentions Steve, you have to take a shot.
Unless you are not of age, because we can't handle that smoke again. Our lawyers told us not to. Not after the Ellis Island incident.
This is just for the crew here,
Yeah.
just for us. We're the ones that are
Yeah.
supposed to take a shot.
We'll put a little Steve counter
What
on
you're
the bottom.
saying is,
every
if
time
I
someone
say
says
Steve,
I'm on the floor. I'm done. I would be passed out already.
Well, see, every time someone
I'd
says
have
Steve,
to
there'll be
try
a
to
little
figure out.
ding
You guys would
and
have to
then
call
we're
my wife, tell her to call an ambulance because I'd be on the floor. Oh my goodness! All right, so we are doing an end of year recap here. We're going to talk about a lot of the things that we've done over this past year, things that's happened, new faces, new movies, all kinds of stuff we've had to encounter this past year. So we figure at the end of the year, let's wrap everything up.
Yeah.
Go over some things we might have missed too.
So for upcoming events, we are in our kind of off-season right now. We have nothing planned for January or February. March will be getting started off with a bang, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But, yeah, our current, actually very recent, over the last 2 weeks, on the 30th, we were at the LaGrange Parade of Lights, like our third time there, I think.
Yep.
They keep inviting us back. We love doing it. It is a great parade. If you didn't make it this year, make sure you get out next year. It's a lot of fun. The parade itself is longer than the parade route. All the cars circle back to the parking lot before we had even moved.
Yeah, I think it was about a half hour before we actually started moving by the time the parade started.
It might have been longer than that. It felt longer.
And I think there was at least another several rows of floats behind us too. So,
but yeah, that was a lot of fun. We like doing that, and we'll likely be back for it next year.
We had 4 ectos there.
Yeah, we should see if we can go for 5 next year.
I'll grab my magnets for my dark gray Equinox.
Hey, the more the better. I keep saying we could have our own parade someday.
We could.
We are our own parade.
Magnets and light. Come on, Ripley. You can't just have magnets.
I mean, Halloween in my hometown, I am my own parade. Just drive around all night.
I keep trying to convince my dad to help me pay for a new roof rack for my car, and he goes, "Are you going to use it for Ghostbusters?" And I said, "Yes," and he goes, "No." No.
See,
well,
he's not supposed to tell him what you use it for.
Yeah, you're going to use it for Ghostbuster-shaped luggage.
Forgiveness, not permission. I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you say it's multi-purpose.
Yeah. It's for all that sporting equipment you have to carry around, and then when you see
for all my weights that I lift.
Let's do some trivia. All right, it is now time to go to our quiz master Corey for a segment we call "There Is No Dana, Only Trivia."
Thanks for joining me for There Is No Dana Only Trivia segment. Here are the trivia rules for... Hey, what's up? All right, here are the trivia rules for first-time players and viewers. I've written 5 questions, each worth a maximum of 20 points. You can also earn 10 points for partial correct answers and 10 points for any bonus questions. Make sure to write down each question on a separate sheet of paper as large as possible so that you can show the camera during the answer segment at the end of the podcast. Any questions?
Yeah, hopefully I get some.
All right, let's dive right in.
No bozos.
I guess that's a statement.
No bozos. No bozos. There are no questions that pertain to random stickers on a hard hat, so...
No. I was looking for all those when I rewatched them.
You guys rewatched them?
So this is going to be like a mixed bag, right?
Mixed bag, yeah. We got questions from most of the movies and also just general spooky stuff.
Okay.
Spooky stuff. Good.
All right. Everyone ready? Question number 1. What unrefrigerated leftovers does Gary Gruberson offer Callie to take home after their first date in Ghostbusters Afterlife?
How specific are you trying to get?
Very.
You can be in the ballpark. Okay, question number 2. What word encapsulates the belief in and practice of magical powers or phenomena?
I wasn't told I had to study the dictionary.
Is this easier than I think it is?
It's very on brand for us, so don't think too hard about it.
If this is what it is, I have a joke for later.
Oh, good. Question number 3. Who is the brief celebrity cameo after the ghostbusting sequence at the heavy metal concert in Answer the Call?
I want to say the line. I'm just gonna.
There you go.
Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have given that one out.
All right, question number 4. What movie on VHS tape does Gary choose for movie night at the firehouse while preparing dinner in Frozen Empire?
Is it?
All right, so this one also has a bonus question. What does Callie ask Gary about the movie?
Don't know that.
That actually
B1.
All right, question number 5. What do Egon, Peter, and Ray say immediately after trapping the Scoleri brothers in the Ghostbusters 2 courtroom scene?
You want the whole thing?
The whole thing.
I'm just gonna put acronym.
All right, guys, so I will be back at the end of the podcast, and we will go over the questions again and reveal the answers to see who's won. Thank you.
Thanks, Corey, man. Hopefully,
Thank you, Corey.
Hopefully we're still in one piece when you come back.
It is now currently the holiday times. We'll be coming up on Christmas very soon. 2 weeks from now, I think.
I mean, it'll be after Christmas by the time people see this, but as it's the time of recording, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope y'all had a really nice holiday.
Yeah, we took part again in the Fearless Hudson Valley Holiday Gift Project. We've been doing that for almost as long as we've been a group. We adopt a family or two in need and help them out by buying gifts. A lot of the team pitches in, even some family members pitch in. It is a great cause, and we hopefully make a family's Christmas or holiday a little brighter.
Like Matt said, we started this year off with a bang. We had a great year overall. Pretty much, we raised over $7,600 for various charities throughout the Hudson Valley this year. So that's great.
Yep.
Thank you to all our team. Everybody kicked in, did a great job. It's amazing that, to help so many different people that way.
Yes. The Hudson Valley team is the best team, and I am very grateful to have all you guys.
You too, Ripley.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all right.
We're grateful to be a part of the
it's
team.
not my fault. I'm the one who's split between mom and dad half the time, okay?
Well,
We get 2 Christmases
have to
that
pick
way,
one or the
right?
other.
Yeah.
You're of age now.
And speaking of everything that happened this past year, we get to bring you this. This podcast started this year.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be coming up on like our yearly anniversary of this podcast. I personally can't believe we've done this for a year already. Feels like we just started it. Especially when we have to hit
feels
record.
like it too.
The record button's optional, right?
We're still waiting to find our voice, and we're still trying to figure out, if we need to hit record or not when we start a show.
And so, as I had mentioned before, earlier this year we started our fundraising year off with a bang at the Kidz Expo in Albany, which was a massive event for us. It was about 6 hours of our time, not including setup, and we raised over $1,000 that was donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It was a lot of fun. It was crazy. It was hectic, but I think we all enjoyed it.
Oh, and they were great to have us there.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go back because it was one of the few venues that we get to spread out, show what we can do, and just bring it all.
I can't wait
Matt
to get
driving.
to... Oh, what was that?
Get to drive in the building again with the Ecto?
Yeah, I can't wait to get to drive Ecto 1 through the Capitol building again.
Maybe next time you can get permission. Well, I thought this was the Wendy's drive-through.
we won't have to pay for that, big pane of glass you drove through.
That was tempered.
Yeah, that was a great show, and we'll be doing it again February, right? No, March.
Yeah, we'll be going back to that March 1st. They loved having us there. We loved being there, so we're going to go back in 2025. That's a great way to kick off our season. Hey, Ripley, podcast is over here, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm too intrigued. Just it's just in watching what
He's hosing around. I don't know what's going on over there.
The power cord got stuck in the slime blower hose. That's not a euphemism for the internet to enjoy.
Other things we got to do in March. We had the release of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the new movie we all been waiting for since Afterlife. We just did our review on that one. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did a lot of movie theater premiere stuff for that opening weekend. A few of us got to head down to Times Square for their 4D experience. We got invited by the New York City Ghostbusters. That was a ton of fun.
Almost more fun, though. Not that the movie wasn't amazing in 4D, but we went to this little place called Dig In spelled with 2 N's, and the staff there went bananas first. They were like, oh my god, they go, wait here, everybody, I need a picture with the Ghostbusters. Like, they went nuts. It was awesome.
Yeah, they were very appreciative of it. It was great.
I feel like they gave us like free cookies or something, if I remember correctly.
They did.
Yes, they did.
They did.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah, they also didn't.
And
I am. My mother had me tell.
The when we were doing the 4D, because the 4D theater is just one of the more fun experiences of watching people trying to hold on to their popcorn, having never done a 4D experience before, and not knowing, and they're like sitting there, the popcorn's going crazy, and I was like,
oh,
this
good
is,
heavens,
the
where
movie's
is
great.
it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never got to do a 4D experience. I'd love to go see a movie. One of them.
eat before you go, though.
Yes.
Yeah, don't try to eat during the movie. That's a rookie mistake. Well, Jay, I'll let you take the next one about the Ghostbuster Day, because I wasn't there for that one, but you were.
Yes, we did. A bunch of us got to go down to Ghostbuster Day down in New York City. We all went down to the firehouse for the big 40th anniversary celebration. That was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It was shoulder to shoulder. You almost couldn't walk around the block there because it was just
like 4 blocks with the people.
Yeah.
It was just everywhere. We were just everywhere.
Yeah, I unfortunately had to wait almost 2.5, 3 hours online to get merchandise.
Oh, see, I just went and bought it. Like, I realized the line was around the block twice, and I was like, hey, they got them on Google. Or wherever there's some, Redbubble, probably.
Well, you can get...
Buy
you were
2,
able to
they'll be
get
at my house
some of the-
tomorrow.
You had to get, like, their coin that they have.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
As cool as it is, I had to leave for my own personal tour.
And Jay was
so
kind
I
enough
blew
to
that
get
up.
one for me because I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Where's mine, Jay?
I
What the yuck?
See, I went with my brother, and we didn't have a lot of time there, so we got there late a little bit. And I was on the podcast talking about this with you when we talked about the 40th day. But we were lucky enough they had extras, and Buffalo, who organized it, posted some up, like first come first. I think they did like a raffle system or however they could fill it. So there was a potential we wouldn't get them, but we were lucky enough that we were able to get some. And I think some of the other guys who went, we did like a bulk request. So some of us got lucky later, but there was no guarantee. So
Right.
we were willing to take
you
that
got me
hit.
one of their 40th patches because
That's right.
that had been sold out by the time I got there.
I think they also had like 40th T-shirts too, right? I remember seeing someone had one.
I think
Yeah,
there
it
was
was
a
the
T-shirts
with
you're
the
able to
little
buy on you can still actually buy them on their TeePublic site.
Oh,
But the Firehouse themselves had their own specific 40th anniversary T-shirts that were only sold there that day, and that was one of the things I was hoping to get. But unfortunately, by the time I got there, they were all sold out of my size, at least.
I did manage to order something similar later on, directly from them, but it's not the same one. It's
their regular, I think, T-shirt. Yeah. So Ghostbusters Day was a huge hit. Like I said, there was a lot of us down there. We took the train down. Some drove, and we got to meet Ghostbusters from all around the world. So that was quite an experience.
Where's the farthest place that someone had come from that you guys met? Like, where's because I met someone from Northern Ireland.
I didn't personally meet him, but I was standing next to them, and I heard them talking to somebody else saying that they were from Australia. So
Yeah,
that's pretty far.
Yeah, we were right next to it at the time, if I recall. Yes.
Well, somebody in the comments tell me if that's farther than Ireland.
Yes, from New York.
A few miles.
Yeah, I met
Just a
someone
few.
from the Italian Ghostbusters. I saw them take
Yes.
pictures, and they gave us like a pin from them or something. I don't know if it helped that my last name is Italian, and but anyway.
Well, I actually happen to have this right in front of me. So, for Ghostbusters Day, they did Buffalo Ghostbusters also did the playing card deck of franchises.
Oh yeah.
50 franchises. Every groups who wanted to be a part of the playing card deck could submit their logo. It got voted on, and yours truly, Hudson Valley Ghostbusters, we got in. We are 7 of spades.
Oh, cool.
I had mine ready too.
I also have one. I don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Can we still buy them? And if
it's
so, is there a link?
Yeah, and I love the design on the back too.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I think that
Where-
I don't have the link, but I'm pretty sure you can still buy them somewhere because I think
Yeah.
they're made to order.
Mine's still sealed. Ain't opened it up yet.
I have one that is open and one that is sealed on the shelf.
I'm gonna put them in the spokes of my bike.
Hey, you pay for them, you can
With
do
my
whatever you
Pokemon
want.
cards.
That's where all my Mickey Mantle rookie cards went.
I think it would be cool and something that I thought about for the 40th and maybe next year going to Ghostbusters Day and bringing the deck and trying to find people from each franchise and like signing it. I think I don't know if that'd be cool or lame. I can't decide.
No, it's
Depends on your
that's a cool idea.
I might have an in with the 7 of clubs people. That's us, right? That's okay. Yeah.
No, we're
7 of spades.
Nice joke, Steve.
But now you've piqued my curiosity. Who is the 7 of clubs? Let's see if you know him. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys can.
Milk.
It looks like
Wisconsin
Or has
Ghostbusters.
he got a spray can?
It looks like the state of
It's
Wisconsin
a carton of
on
milk.
it. Is it?
And he's making like a little muscular gesture. So I'm guessing it's like it's
that-
gotta be somewhere Midwest where they do milk production.
Big Milk Ghostbusters. That.
I don't. Well,
I might have to edit that one out. That's jury's out on that one.
Speaking a lot going on, and
Fun
Pack,
Proton
you mentioned Pack. We have a lot of new gear. Got the Council of Steves now. All of them have slime blowers,
or in production,
or in the process of building them.
Mine's a work in process.
Yeah, you're in the process.
You're in the
I already
group.
broke mine.
Yeah.
You already broke it?
I did. Yeah. This is live. I've just finished this, and already you can see the bottom tray is cracking off from the lip. So I'm printing a new one as we speak. But look at that.
I just feel like we need a
good. Yeah, it fits.
We just need a slimy Steve squad, and that's what I gotta. That's why I gotta have my slime blower for that.
Oh, you guys are gonna want your own
Slime
logo
boys.
now too, aren't you?
It's coming along nice. Your slime boy is coming along nice, Steve. Very nice.
Thank you. Yep. The prints. I think all the parts I needed to print are printed. I think, and I gotta look into some of the metal parts I want to do for attaching the tanks, and then I got to start the painting and I'm doing research in the electronics. So it's no timeline on this one.
Set for the electronics, but don't even worry about it.
I'll just take them out of yours. I'll just come over, just take the
Joke's
pieces.
on you. The inside of my gun is all just pointy screws, so it's like putting your hand in a death trap. Good luck getting them.
Noted. Hey,
Very
one
Indiana
second.
I
I
did
gotta
that by
look at my
design because I'm bad at this. Yes!
Yeah, that's where my mind went too for some reason.
We are going to die.
But yeah, no, I have some more work to do on it, but no timeline. So I'm hoping maybe by mid-spring, early summer, maybe be done with it.
No, it's 2 years. You think it's done in 6 months? It's 2 years.
See, you get. I have one of those people that I get like hyper focused, and in like 1 week I'll get like 90% of it done.
Yeah,
and then I'll sit
Oh,
on
you
it.
think so? And then
like
you
that.
realize, oh wait.
Yeah, this one.
Like he made a Frozen Empire pack like a week after we first saw video or photos of it.
Yeah,
you had it
Gosh,
for the
proton
movie,
packs are
didn't you?
easy. The slime blower is evil.
Yeah, this pack took me. I started it I printed everything like mid-December, and then like I had it done by our first event at March at the Kidz Expo. Go and circle back, full circle. So
You're holding that gavel like you're smoking a pipe or something.
I don't smoke, so it's
Yes,
it's
indeed.
supposed to be good.
Steve the Snowman.
We do not condone
Can I
smoking.
say-
Just so this is.
It does make you look really cool, especially once you have the tube thing. Yeah.
Yeah, don't smoke, kids. Anyway,
Don't smoke. Three, can I hire you to sand these? Because I'm not gonna.
no.
Or if I do, I'm gonna do it improperly and not wear PPE.
I'm probably from all the sanding I did on my packs, the one behind me, all the other stuff I've made. All my stuff's 3D printed. I'm probably like 90% microplastics at this point, so it's fine. Either I'm gonna live forever or I got a few good years in me. It's
You're
fine.
well preserved, filled with plastic.
Yeah.
If you don't want to sand it, Ripley, just extra coats of paint help smooth it.
No, I'll hit you one better. There's paint up here if you can't tell.
Yeah,
we see it. We see it.
Oh, you do? Okay, I didn't know how wide my props department went.
Well, what I want to do,
where's my-
hopefully we don't lose his head. He doesn't disconnect again as he disappears into one of his portals.
I'll take the headphones off there.
I want to try one of the methods for that I've been seeing a lot is using the UV resin to fill the layer lines, using that, solidifying it, and then sanding that down. It's supposed to be a little bit easier than using like Bondo and stuff. So I might try that. We'll see. Everything this one I used like wood filler on when I first built that. It worked pretty well in sanding. This one was Bondo. I like the Bondo mixture. It worked pretty well. But mixing Bondo with a little acetone.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
Anyway.
I had some upgrades too. I did all the updates to my pack here, if I can find it. Yeah, the pack behind me that's currently on. I did all those upgrades beginning of this year. The HasLab pack that I finally got brave enough to just rip it apart and put all new electronics in it.
Well, you were inspired by Frozen Empire, right? With that open cyclotron with all the lights and stuff, right?
Yeah. There was like the one shot in the trailer of like the open cyclotron and the sparks. So I'm like, oh, I kind of like that. So I tried to emulate that and then added some
I shall build it.
bits to it.
You just need to upgrade it so it actually shoots sparks.
Mine does. It's not supposed to. Anyway, so I made
sparks and smokes, and then it stops working.
Yeah. That's why I haven't put like a smoke kit or anything in there. I'm like, you never know.
Yeah, how do you know when there's actually a problem? If it starts to...
You don't. It's a feature. So I built another thing. I don't know if you guys can tell. For those wondering, no, the Ghost Lab 42 kit does not fit on the Hasbro one. You just have to make it fit. But check it out.
Some Steve ingenuity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There are parts falling off of this as we speak. But yeah, I am working on a commission for someone. If you wanna buy a Steve original Proton Pack, it's gonna cost you about $1,000. And you'll get it some point after you pay me.
Yeah, that simple Ripley-nomics.
You might get it 6 months down the road or 6 years.
Yeah, I feel like
it will be. You'll get it on a day that ends in Y, just not any of them that are coming up.
Each one of them comes with a bumper sticker that Matt has on the Ecto. Parts may fall off, and let's put that. Right?
Yeah. Disclaimer.
Oh no, that's like disclosed up front. Parts that actually did fall off. Where did that go?
All right. Well, while he's doing that, we'll kind of creep forward here. We had some ups and downs. One of our downs was we had our TeePublic store shut down on us.
Boo!
And we never found out why.
Mm-hmm.
They no communication, no nothing. They just shut it down.
And then never got back to us.
We sent, I don't know how many emails between you and I we sent, but
they had the audacity to ghost the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even got. Hates fun.
I did finally get a hold of somebody on like one of their customer service lines, but the minute they found out that I was trying to figure out why our site was taken down, that was it. They stopped communicating. I was like, "What the heck? Come on, man!" So I gave up on TeePublic and I found Redbubble. So we created Redbubble site. We got. I mean, you guys know we've talked about it over and over again. I've created a whole bunch of new cool lines of stuff.
At this point, he's got shelves behind him.
Yeah.
I got. And as I've said many times before to you, you are our best customer.
Which I love that you have the same shelves as me. It's like we're in sync.
You're twinning.
Now you just got to be called Steve.
Steve with a J.
It's funny because my brother's name is Jason.
My middle name's not even Steve. Sorry.
It could be though.
It could be.
Jay, didn't you say like we had an international sale from the Redbubble store?
We did. Actually, we were up in Saratoga, and I got an email notification and looked at it, and it was it had the conversion for euro to the dollars, so it signified that we actually sold one of our backpack duffel bags to somebody in Europe.
I think at that point you and I hugged each other and jumped up and down.
Yeah.
No, that's when you high-fived and the credits rolled.
It was magical. It really was.
We high-fived, we froze in midair. We're like, yes!
The freaking Full House theme started playing.
Yeah, the voiceovers.
I think, definitely the trap design bag has like universal appeal. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It does have our website on it, but it's just a cool looking bag overall. We had our original Facebook page taken down beginning of this year. We were in Facebook jail. They took it down again like history repeating with T Public. They didn't tell us why, and finally, after several emails and appeals, they gave us a reason why it was taken down, and I had to provide all kinds of official paperwork. But our original page, after 10 months, has been restored. It is back up. So we have to decide what we're going to do with our backup page.
Keep it around for when Meta goes, oh, you guys are the Ghostbusters? Boom, dead again.
Basically, yeah.
So I don't know if I heard what their actual what was their actual reason for shutting our page down. Was it copyright or?
It was copyright, yeah, because it was we were using a brand that belonged to somebody else, and so I had to provide all our 501c3 paperwork. We're official charity, and that was good enough for them.
But, I mean,
for now.
There's been enough of the Ghostbusters pages that have been taken down. You think they would kind of like know, okay, look, we already know that Ghost Corps gives these groups permission to use their fan designs and all that stuff. It's like,
but
it's an evil
the
game.
Thing with that is it's not.
It is.
It's not people. It's an algorithm. It's just they have a set thing, the parameters, whatever, and it sees that and then boop, it's gone.
AI.
There's probably
algorithm.
And then
there's probably like 2 people.
It took me like 8 months to finally get it, like a conversation with an actual person.
Checks out.
Yeah,
the way of the future. Nothing gets done.
Well, that sounds like an important thing for our social media team to figure out what to do moving forward.
Yeah.
Is redirect everything back to the website. Like, just on everything. Be sure to check out our website for when we go down. Like, that's what we're doing for Central Connecticut Ghostbusters, which is our unofficial sister city, our sister group. Because I just said that now, so it's true. When we eventually have a website, because we're about this big, we're just going to use Facebook as like an overflow, and then just tie everything back to the website because they can't take our website down, even though they'll try.
I would say, but so like Matt said, we did finally get that all back up, and it's for now. And hopefully it stays up.
It was so unexpected. We're not sure what to do now.
Wait, we got this back. Yeah, because I
don't have to send an email every 2 weeks.
It was about 10 months that it was down. I'm not sure exactly the full timeline, but
it was right after the Frozen Empire premiere, like that weekend.
So
we were up on Saturday. It was down on Sunday, and then it just got back. Actually, the weekend of Saratoga. So,
well, also bear in mind that New York City had the same thing, but they did it more than once. They did it like 4 or 5 times to them.
Yeah.
So, and actually, one of the times it went down was right when Buffalo was doing their Buffalo had theirs taken down right when they were doing the playing card.
It is always the worst possible time.
Yeah. So we did also add two new Ectos to our fleet this year.
2.
Yeah.
We lost one, unfortunately, due to a fender bender.
That gain of 1.
And we gained 2. The Ecto GMC was involved in a fender bender. So,
and meanwhile, we all continue to improve ours, adding stuff,
Yes.
Yeah.
General things.
I got my magnets stolen. That's about the biggest improvement that's happened to my car. Yeah, to whoever stole my magnet October 1st before a parade, I hate you. Out of the Southern Connecticut State University Fitch Street garage at 9 in the morning on a Tuesday. Thanks.
It was probably some college student who was doing a.
It was. Who wanted it for a party. I was going to do the party circuit and see who had it on their freaking fridge, steal that and the spinny thing from the microwave and just leave.
But it was probably part of a scavenger hunt. And they were like, oh my God, I can't believe I found one.
That's an oddly specific scavenger hunt.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes they get pretty crazy.
That's true.
And it was
no comment.
Right after the stupid magnet stuck to my car.
I've heard of a scavenger hunt where they had to get a hood ornament off of a car on a street in the city. I wouldn't know anyone who would do such a thing, but that's
is that a hood ornament on the back of your shelf back there behind you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I printed that.
Yes. So an event we had happen, it's probably like a month ago now, month and a half. We elevated our quizmaster Corey, who you saw before and we'll see later. He is now our social media director. And he's doing a great job with that so far. Because I know I don't want to handle social media. It's the evil of all worlds, and I want nothing to do with it.
I don't get the TikToks.
Yeah, I don't do the ticks in the top.
I don't understand those chap snaps.
Yeah, I don't go to web zones or face pages or any of that.
You know, all those
MySpace.com.
all the Faceograms.
Yeah, all the Faceograms.
Matt, who's your top?
Instagram,
who's in your
what
top
is that?
six on
Speed dial grandma?
MySpace? Is that
my top. I mean, my top spot on MySpace is still Tom.
I was gonna say, is that like MySpace?
Yeah. All right.
But also,
I was also around for MySpace. Mm-hmm.
I was part of the AOL chat groups.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Well, I mean, all right. So you say that. That reminds me of a joke that I'm going to segue here. MySpace is what Chuck Norris calls everything around him. Throwback.
We can do better than that. Hold on.
So,
did I do that?
Another Steve.
I just remember the days of social media where it was like people would fight over who the sixth spot was, or that's how you were popular.
Why am I not in your top 6?
Yeah, or Facebook, when you used to have a limited number of posts on your wall that you would see, and you'd be like, "Man, why is so and so always writing on your Facebook wall?" And we had to we have to comment so this girl gets off there so we can start talking to a new girl. Anyway, that's
the things you had to worry about back then.
Yeah.
It was a simpler time.
Yeah,
I didn't do that because I was like 9 when that happened. So,
oh, you sweet summer child.
I remember when the
I was still
internet
eating
was
dirt
invited.
in the backyard. I remember when a quarter used to cost a nickel.
I remember chat rooms.
Oh, but hey, speaking of social medias,
yeah,
when we were in Saratoga, we actually had a couple TikToks of Joe's CD player go viral.
Well, I don't know.
Roll 'em here.
I mean, viral for us. I don't know what the threshold is for viral.
Well, I mean, they garnered what, like 15,000 views in like 24 hours. I would say that's
cool.
viral.
I googled it.
Yeah,
I think that qualifies as the threshold for viral. Well, speaking of social media, we also moved to Bluesky, right? That was another thing with the social media stuff we did this year.
Yes,
we have abandoned Twitter for various reasons. So we're now on Bluesky, which
I know very, very little about.
Very little now. I like Twitter, but better. From what I
know
understand.
British people can't use Blue Sky because they have nothing but gray skies. British weather jokes. Am I right?
That's gonna really hit our niche target market.
I need a drum roll on
people.
I need a rim shot on here.
Yeah. This goes out to the British and United Kingdom Ghostbuster groups. If you're watching, that was just for you guys.
Yeah. Sorry about it, innit? Drive on the right side of the road, you weirdos.
And we lost them. That's that's the demo.
We had just gotten up to 49 subscribers. I think we're back down to 46. Thanks. This past year, we also had some. We actually had at least one TV appearance and one radio appearance.
Well,
that we did.
2, because Steve Prime also went on radio, like the same week.
That's right.
You did,
right.
on AM 600 here in Connecticut.
I did.
And
that was fun.
Your sister team, Connecticut, had AJ on there with Steve, repping the Ghostbusters. Yes. So, yeah, we October. It was October. Everyone wants to talk about Ghostbusters in October.
Yep.
Man, when are people going to come out to us and be like, "Hey, it's March. Come say hi"? Like,
yeah, we're around all year.
It is nice to have some downtime to, regather your thoughts and get your sanity back together somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the first year, so I joined like October time. My second event was Saratoga. that break from Saratoga until March, it was just like itching to get back on it because I just started. I was just like, I got the high, man. I got to keep going.
Yeah, I can see if you start right at the end of the year and you get all geared up, like, man, this is awesome. Oh, we're taking a break for a little while. Like, whoa, man, what, really?
Yeah, it was just like, yeah. Hence, I built a Proton Pack in 3 months. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've done that. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm. That's what you do. You work on your equipment, and when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. It's usually by beginning to middle of February. I'm starting to get a little antsy. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to suit up again.
Mm-hmm.
I have the unique. I don't know about unique, but because Steve is also down here with me, like I don't get to go to a lot of Hudson Valley events. So if it was just me with you guys, I'd go to like 2 a year. But because I have my friends down here, like I go like to all of them because it's 2 minutes from my house. Because
you're willing to. Well, if you want to come up to Saratoga, there's a place you can stay. I have a very nice basement. It's unfinished. You'll fit right in.
Is it as nice
There's a 3D
as
printer?
I don't know.
He'll leave some cans of spray paint and other things laying around for you.
How many entrances and exits are there?
You know what? There's only. Well, depends how much you. I got an egress window. I got a staircase. See, there you go. There's your third exit. Unless you can squeeze through one of those tiny windows, but you seem spry enough. You'll be fine. Yeah. So you got 3 exits. You're fine. You're fine.
Although the
fire exit
basement,
here.
you might want to pad it for him.
No, don't pad it.
It's got that nice insulation, so he just runs right into it. It's the
the forbidden
fiberglass
cotton candy. The itching means I'm warm.
I think this is all part of Steve's plan to get bumped up to second Steve.
Yeah, exactly. It's the long con.
I shared my what is.
I did notice something. We do have a lot of new props this year, which is really cool. So
we do. You got a couple nice ones right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Well, talk about them now. Now's the time.
Come on, man. Show and tell.
Over my left shoulder is Slimer.
Hi, Slimer.
Over my right shoulder is Eleanor. And it's just a trap there in the center. That's all it is. So Eleanor,
you're not sleeping with it, are you?
Ghost.
You're not sleeping with it, are you?
No, I am not.
It's always the quiet.
Always the quiet ones.
Although
you
I will admit I had to get a little hands-on with Eleanor when I was helping Steve do some repairs.
Family-friendly show.
Look, yeah, we try to keep this family-friendly.
So my girlfriend and I went to see Steve and Nancy at one time for a game night, and Steve happened to try and put Eleanor together, and I was just talking with Nancy, and I turned around, and Steve's got his head up her dress, and because that's.
Yeah.
We all just took a pause there, and Nancy had said something like, "Whoa, Steve, save some for the rest of us," or something to that effect. It was just funny.
So, like, seriously, when I had Eleanor in my workshop, I was like I was just apologizing, like, sorry about this.
It's actually, I get that because, I mean, even when I do like my Halloween and stuff like that, I have, mannequins and skeletons and things like that, and some stuff's dressed up, some stuff's not. And you do find yourself like, man, this is kind of creepy. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, oh, like nothing personal or.
Yeah, well, that's like Bones, our skeleton rookie recruit who got added to the team this year and has made several
Indiana
appearances
Bones?
at events. Well, that's a good one.
The one thing that I wanted to discuss about the movies that kind of, like with the whole Afterlife movie, kind of like, I don't know, left me questioning. The first movie we get to see Gozer, and one of the very first thing Gozer does is summon the Destructor.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the Destructor in Afterlife? What? Why?
Yeah, and
like she, they basically crawl up out of the tunnel, the cave there, the pit, and then just sit on a throne and it's just hanging out there. Like where's
that's a good point. And Ray even calls out. Calls out that the mini pups are the manifestation of Ghoster.
Yeah.
Of
yes.
Ghoster.
Yeah.
So what's that about?
It didn't fit the storyline.
But it just seemed kind of weird.
Marketing.
That, like, Gozer comes up, all this very dramatic, crawling out of the the pit, And then, like, more or less the next scene you see is that they're just kind of, like, sitting on a throne, hanging out. You know?
I'll do you one better. When Gozer gets sucked into 50 traps, what happens when the battery of the trap dies? Because when the battery dies, the trap goes ka-chunk. Like, I guess we just gotta watch those forever.
We already saw what happens to the traps when the batteries die, because then you got to jumpstart it with a school bus.
Yeah, they stay closed.
Multiple school buses.
Yeah.
Do they? All right, that's a new thing, though, because originally...
in stasis. I mean, come on, Egon built this stuff. He would have thought of that.
Yeah, but they also they now had gotten the traps. They could have easily gotten them to a place to, like, charge them and keep them charged if they needed to, or whatever. I mean, we don't know what drop into the Mariana Trench. I don't know.
And I'm thinking, and when you go to seeing Frozen Empire and Winston takes them all to the new facility and you see the new containment units, I got the impression that was like multiple large containment units.
It looked like it.
Mm-hmm. So I would hope that they took all those traps from Somerville and not put them in one of the containment units, but split them up into multiple. That way
you got to keep her separated.
Yeah,
gotta keep her separated. I want to know what parts ended up where. Like, is that broken down into thirds, like long ways, up and down? Like, these are questions we didn't need to ask Jason Reitman. What the hell?
I just wanted to know why Gozer was so, like, lazy and just relaxed, chilling out on the chair.
Some days you want to summon the destruction of the world, and sometimes you just want to lay back on the couch and have an easy day.
That's right.
Yeah,
she just needed to eat a Snickers.
Well, it's interesting because, and as you bring up that point, right? What the New York crossrope, right? That really kind of set things motion with the turning off the containment unit, and things were already in motion, right? Between the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper were out in New York and all that stuff, but. Wow, blanking on his name. Shandor. He set up his where he'd be resurrected and come back for her was in Somerville. Like, why wasn't it in New York if Gozer was supposed to come back in 1984? Unless that was like an accident almost, and now like they somehow summon Gozer, and now Gozer's like, well, screw this, I'm going to destroy you. But I don't know, it still doesn't fit the whole story because the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper got released. So
yeah, I mean, I can kind of see that maybe because of the Ghostbusters setting up shop in New York City and starting their ghost capturing, so they had a large, their gathering of ghosts in one small area, that it maybe kind of like, redirected.
Also, too,
it's a movie.
Gozer isn't, but this is what we do. Gozer is an interdimensional being, so technically could show up at a dimensional portal anywhere.
Yeah, but the building was specifically designed to channel
New York.
Maybe Shandor kind of knew, like maybe Shandor could actually see the future, and maybe he knew that she's going to do or Gozer was going to have an appearance in New York City, and then
he set up the building to do that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, the building was designed
Central Park
to channel.
West was built out of selenium.
Yeah, it was designed to channel psychokinetic energy.
Maybe he did the mountain as a backup. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where he was, though. You would think he would be at the main.
Well, I mean,
unless he died before it was finished.
A smaller town that he created. He maybe figured he'd have a little more privacy there. Would have like authorities looking into anything.
I mean, they did say that's the mine where they got the selenium to build the building. So
yeah.
I don't.
I mean, there's always he could have had that plan in place for New York, and then he died, and they secured him, and then he lost his following, and the whole cult fell apart because they threw themselves in a pit in the middle of a mountain. And then
as they be doing.
And then Gozer comes back in Somerville and is just like, I have my throne here. This is my throne. This is where I'm supposed to be coming back into this dimension. And then I don't know. This is an interesting question.
I don't know. I still think she should have tried San Fernando Valley. That one got a laugh.
So that was my big movie question that I still kind of had.
My big question is, what's Podcast's real name? And why doesn't he get a gun? Ever.
That is a good question.
That's too
one that one I believe the actor said that apparently he has a name, but it's not going to be revealed yet. So I'm assuming they're going to do more than just the movie. I'm assuming they're going to do a series at some point.
The spin-off show.
It'll be like Seinfeld, where they didn't reveal Kramer's first name for like 3 seasons.
We're gonna find out after 4 movies or something like that. That Podcast's real name is Steve.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like if that were the case, the universe will collapse in on itself.
Okay, cool. So, where's the 1A? Where is it? Who took it? Where is it?
That's the vehicle you saw in Somerville. They redressed it down.
Okay, but why?
Because it was on all those lights were unnecessary out in the country. You probably needed the wires and motors and gizmos and electronics and all that for some of the other stuff he built.
But he felt it was okay to, first of all, re-register it as Ecto-1 and in New York before he left.
So I think we talked about a little at the other podcast, or the previous podcast, we talked a little bit about, there's a line that says they are from Afterlife. I think you guys took our Cadillac, our old Cadillac, right. I think he uses the phrasing.
Right.
It was insinuating other two.
If you actually listen to that line, Ray says, he says something more along the lines of, he took our Proton Packs, he took our old Ecto,
our old Cadillac.
Or our old Cadillac, and I mean that's just a reference to the Cadillac. That it's not like he said like he took one of our Cadillacs or he took, I think it was just a reference to it being the old Cadillac.
If we go back to our Ghostbusters 2 episode, I brought up that in the novelization of Ghostbusters 2, they specifically call out that they bought a second 59 millimeter caddy. I don't know if that's canon, but it is a school of thought to think that there are 2.
Yeah.
Stop making noise.
We have to also remember, after Ghostbusters 1, they were basically restraining order against all their stuff, right? So it wouldn't be unreasonable to think that the original Ecto-1 was put in the lockup, and then Ray buys a new Cadillac, the Ecto-1A, that he's using for birthday parties.
They do have Ecto-1 at the beginning. Oh, so you're saying that was also, like a secondary one?
Maybe.
And Ecto-1 was busted, jokes. But that that line from the novelization makes me think there's 2. So where's
if Ecto-1A was a second Ecto in Ghostbusters 2, and the first one was either tied up in lockup or whatever, then I could see after Ghostbusters 2 until Afterlife or before Egon ran away with it that they got them both back together and then used one of them as parts, to keep the other one running. And that's why, now you're only seeing one.
That makes sense, because why would Egon go through the trouble of dismantling 1A, but then rebuilding the 1, like the roof rack from 1 was different than 1A. It wasn't just crap piled on top. So why would he replace the parts that he, why would he put the original crap back on rather than use it?
Also, going through the Ecto-1 repair manual that I have set on the shelf back there somewhere, all the equipment in 1A was supposed to be upgraded versions of the stuff that was on 1. So I agree with Ripley on this. Why would they go backwards, basically? I
even if Egon needed the
Ecto theory.
Yeah.
And we got to remember, it was also called Ecto-2 for a hot minute.
It was.
For a very quick scene.
Still a scene in the movie where you can see that, yeah.
I subscribe to that theory too. I think there were 2 cars. I think it would make more sense canonically to everything we've just stated.
I'm still waiting for a scene maybe in the next movie where something happens to Ecto and they have to go pull 1A out of storage somewhere in New Jersey.
Well, it's somewhere without license plates because the plates are. This is weird though because the original 1 plate got replaced in Ghostbusters 2 with the white plate, and then became the white 1A plate. The white 1A plates are in the dirt farm. So,
Yes.
First of all, why did it revert back to the orange Ecto-1 plate rather than the white Ecto-1 plate? Because that changed because the 80s. A, so either they're on expired plates or whatever. And 2, where the hell's the car without the plates? Like, did Egon go, you know what, I want the plates too? Like, huh?
I mean, that would have been ideal, for Afterlife when the old crew, when Winston, Ray, and Peter show up, if they had pulled up in a second Ecto.
Yeah, because then it would have made sense for, at least telling us how they got there.
Yeah, because I can't see them checking their packs on a flight.
Yeah.
So more than likely they drove to Somerville, I'm guessing.
Well, I could
have also taken Marine Ecto 8.
Or though Winston probably has his own private jet, so they probably could have flown down there.
Yeah,
I guess.
I could take the private plane of aspect. That makes sense to me. But it's the how do they get from the airport to there? Because they just show up. Yeah, the Uber.
You see an Uber pulling away.
we need an Uber XL that has radiation plates.
Where did they get their proton packs? Actually, that's a good question. In Afterlife, where do they get their 3 proton packs? They've been maintained before. So has Winston just had guys on hand maintaining them, even though they don't have no need for them?
Well, that was one of my questions when we discussed Afterlife, because I was wondering where they got it, because Ray's call made it sound like that Egon took everything.
Yeah.
But apparently he actually just took his 1 pack, a bunch of power cells, their old Ecto.
Well,
and they still had packs left in New York, supposedly.
And they probably had more than the 4, because either Egon built new packs for his safeguard system in the pit.
But
they just had a dozen packs, and he took half of them. Because I would imagine, all the stuff they do, those packs are going to get beat up and in disrepair, and they just need to be swapped out. Because we all know that sometimes proton packs they just break.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most times they break.
That's
frequently.
why you need.
They're apart more times than they are together.
You need to have multiple, so when one's on the repair shop, you can take the other one.
Yep.
But Mom,
until you have time
a
to
fourth
fix
one.
It needs a friend. The friend needs a friend.
It needs a friend, and another friend, and another one, and another one, and another one. What do you mean it needs to move out?
Here's an interesting question. How many do you have?
That depends. Are we talking about how many are in-house right now, or how many are technically mine?
In-house.
Okay, so in my house now, I've got my HasLab, I've got my 2, I've got Maxon's HVG pack, which is 90% of the way there, and then the new, just stock Mark III that I'm building from Max. So that's, 5 plus the slime blower?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 50.
If we're doing a count, I think I have my HasLab, I have my Spirit next to it, I have Terra's Steampunk pack, I have the Photo Booth pack, and I have a beater that's just sitting in pieces right now. I have probably 5.
What's the Photo Booth pack?
It's just a stock.
It's 80%
Spirit
It
pack.
doesn't take photos. I know it sounds cool.
No,
it's like he got inspired after seeing the Ecto goggles in Afterlife with the photo capabilities.
Yeah, it's just the pack that we give people to, the beater pack we give people to put on for a photo. That has a Spengler one.
Oh, have I told y'all about the 140? His name is Andrew, and he is working on a 140% scale proton pack. This thing is ridiculous.
Is he a giant?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
What's up?
is this guy 7 foot tall or something? And you need.
No, but this thing is a chunky boy. This thing is awesome. I'm not saying it's on Steve's level, because honestly, I have no idea how you do what you do, but it's close. This crap is so cool.
Okay, why? Just because?
Yeah.
Why? Because he can. I don't. He works for a power company or something, so he gets. I have he gets this kind of stuff.
I mean, is he a big guy and he just the full size pack just looks small on him?
Nah,
Oh, he's not.
but no, he gets like
So
all
is
this
he
like
gonna fall
industrial
over then when he
wiring for
wears it?
free.
That is a good question.
not.
I'm not sure.
We don't need
Does
to ask
it-
the question why. What's the question? Why not?
Yeah.
Why have one when
we don't-
12 will do? Like,
I feel kind of behind the game here because I only have 3 packs in house and only 2 of them are mine.
well, hopefully 2 of these are getting out of my house soon. I'm gonna kind of prioritize this stock version 3 here, get that up and out because Max every day is like, "Hey, you done with the Proton Pack? No. Okay. Hey, you done with the Proton Pack? No. Okay. Hey, I just feel bad since they are paying me.
I have quite a few.
I'm sure you do.
The 2 video game packs. The most recent, the copper one.
Copper pot.
The copper mod. That's
Top.
a spirit shell, the full size spirit shell. It's 3. HasLab. It's 4. The 1984, which none of you guys have seen.
I think we've seen.
And I
photos.
have, what else? There's one other one. I have 2 brand new in the box spirit packs, unmodified, just sitting around, just in storage
For a rainy day.
For a rainy day, or another.
When inspiration strikes. Yeah,
Another
when
raffle.
inspiration strikes.
So, what is that like? 6 or 7? I don't know.
7.
I lost count. I didn't have enough fingers.
Oh,
Yeah.
and of course the slime blower too. So there you go.
Slime blower counts as 5.
Yes.
Especially yours, because yours is all metal. I will never not make a
sure
big
is.
deal of that. Holy...
I'm impressed that Corey actually was able to get that on and he stood up on and he was able to stay upright.
I think it was for the
I'm sure
he
he's
does.
gonna fall over.
I just have the 2 proton packs and then the compact thrower and then the slime blower.
Which we gotta talk about making a compact thrower. I want one so bad, but I'm so not gonna sand it.
I like that. He's like, I just got 2, and then the slime blower,
Yeah.
and then the compact, and then this, and then that. Oh yeah, It's
slime
like-
blower's not built yet. Doesn't count. Doesn't count yet.
My slime blower isn't
I-
technically finished either. It counts.
I do. Eventually, I do want to make like a kind of like the arm-mounted pack, not like the one from Frozen Empire.
The comic
that
one?
was in the IDW comics,
Oh,
the one that
yeah,
goes
the
like on the upper arm. It's got like the. I have parts that's like kind of assembled with an idea what I'm going to do. I just haven't had time to do it.
Ripley exits stage right this time,
Yeah.
I think.
You know, after doing
Ripley enters
Saratoga
stage
without bringing a pack, it was actually kind of nice to not have to worry about a pack.
Something like this, right?
Kind of like that.
It's a little something, yeah. I have never finished this. I meant to finish it, and then I got
You
distracted.
don't say.
Really? I don't believe you got
tracks.
distracted.
That
I don't
tracks.
believe that at all. You know, is there any movie stuff you wanted to discuss, or we touch everything? Anybody had any questions that?
I'm trying to think if there's anything that stood out to me.
Electromagnetic slime. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Goes good on
I
jam.
just had to throw that in there. So.
All right.
I want to build a Geigemeter.
So does everyone.
ask me about-
They never finish.
I can do it, except for the electronics. I can do it.
I printed one
kits.
up. I have all the parts in a box. I bought like 80 to 90% of all the electronics that got to go in there, and then it just kind of stopped. And it's sitting in a box, and it's been like that now for like over 2 years now, I think.
Well, you got 2 months. Clock's ticking.
I'll have to get it. Try to get it done by Kidz Expo.
I have a goal to
Dog.
put a gunner seat on Ecto for the Beacon Parade.
If
I'm
you
just
do,
afraid-
I'll ride in it.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
not committing to
Corey
any-
already signed up for the first ride in it.
I can take
The
Corey.
inaugural run.
Sorry, Corey's editing. My bad. He just cuts me out of the episode.
I was messing around with that idea as well. I got the 2-inch receiver in the back. All you really need to do is get another auto chair, and put it back there, and weld it to it.
I'm
Should be
planning to
fine.
put mine on the roof rack, like Kenner
Oh,
style.
okay.
So
think if I
parades
did
are
that,
gonna
my
have to
dad would
duck
kill
when
me.
they go under power lines.
Not gonna be that
That's
high.
not, That's not
Or
a gunner
don't.
seat. That's a turret. That's a turret. That's 180.
That's not a gunner seat. That's a death trap. That's the hook from Back to the Future. Like.
Speaking of Corey, don't we need to get our answers from our trivia quiz at some point?
It's probably a good time to bring Corey in.
Hey, Corey, come on down!
I'm curious to see how I did. I know I did bad.
All right, yes, now that we've been reminded of it, we are going to go back to our trivia master, Corey, for the answers to There Is No Dana, Only Trivia.
All right, guys, I'm back. Looks like it was quite the episode. Whoa, we've got red lights and everything.
Yep.
All right. The fire department
We've had
just
several
left.
casualties.
Okay. So, question number 1 was, what unrefrigerated leftovers does Gary Gruberson offer Callie to take home after their first date in Ghostbusters Afterlife? Everyone show the camera your answer.
Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what specific.
Mine says Kung Pao shrimp. Sorry, you can't read my handwriting.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can.
I just wrote Chinese food.
Okay, and the answer was Kung
apparently-
Pao shrimp. Yeah. Good job, everyone. All right, question number 2 was, what word encapsulates the belief in and practice of magical powers or phenomena? Everyone show your answers.
I just went. I just went with paranormal.
So did I.
Supernatural.
Okay. Unfortunately, no one got that. The answer was occult.
Oh!
That's why I said it was very on brand.
Oh! There are several words that could have fit in that.
And I didn't think of any of them.
All right, question number 3. Right. Who is the brief celebrity cameo after the ghostbusting sequence at the heavy metal concert in Answer the Call?
Sharon, I'm having another flashback!
Oh, I was way wrong.
Question number 4. What movie on VHS tape does Gary choose for movie night at the firehouse while preparing dinner in Frozen Empire?
Is it Sleepaway Camp?
Cannibal Girls.
It is Cannibal Girls, isn't it?
Cannibal
I said
Girls.
Sleepaway Camp.
It's a.
Cannibal
You see it
Girls.
in quite a bit of the movies actually,
Right.
because it was one of Ivan Reitman's first directorial.
And didn't it also have like Eugene
That might
Levy
be
in it?
confusing
And then
it.
he was in 2.
I actually
Steve, what'd you
never
write?
saw it, so I don't know.
Me?
What's that?
I wrote Sleepaway Camp. I wrote Cannibal Girls.
I wrote Cannibal Girls.
That's what I said.
All right, and the bonus question was, what does Callie ask Gary about that movie?
That I don't remember.
Is it a family film?
Is it family friendly?
Yes.
Oh.
Is it family friendly is the answer.
Most definitely. Is it
Really?
Yes, that's correct.
Play the clip of me running through something.
Okay, and the 5th and final question, what do Egon, Peter, and Ray say immediately after trapping the Scoleri brothers in the Ghostbusters 2 courtroom scene?
I believe it was. Wow.
2 in the box.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
We be fast,
and they be
maybe
slow.
slow. All right.
I forgot
And
the
then-
ready to go part.
Okay, the numbers are in, and the winner is, drum roll, Ripley is the winner.
Really?
With 70 points.
I win it. I'd like to thank Steve and did I say Steve already? I think I did.
Congratulations. Okay, and we had a two-way tie for second place. We have Matt with 60 points and Steve with 60 points.
I got second place too.
First and second. Way to go, man.
It's going to be a full Steve podium. That's what it's going to be.
All right, and Jason and Steve with 50 points.
Woohoo!
So the scores are going to be
That's 120 for Steve across the board.
the scores will be overlaid on the screen, so it'll be
There we
easier.
go. All right. What you're saying is Steve came in first, Steve came in second, and Steve came in
It
third.
came in last, yeah.
Clean sweep.
We are the past, present, and future.
the
We are
future.
all knowing.
All right, guys. Well, I will let you go so you can wrap up the episode. Thank you so much, and I will see everyone later.
What I
Wow,
tell you?
we sure got all those answers wrong.
I knew I was going to do bad. I knew it.
Well, it was a clean Steve sweep of the podium there.
Question mark?
Yup.
I think
Question
Matt
mark,
and I were set up
exclamation
here.
point.
Yeah, we were set up for failure from the beginning.
We could re-record the trivia section. Kung Pao Shrimp, Paranormal, Ozzy Osbourne, freaking Cannibal Girls. Wow, family friendly. Oh man!
All right, now Matt's getting distracted.
God, Matt, so unprofessional.
Is that part of the show where we?
You're like, dude.
It was on my desk. All right, that is going to wrap up episode 11 of Hudson Valley Slime Time. If you've enjoyed listening to us, you're crazy, and you like the things we talked about, please do like and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach out to us by email, podcast@hvgb.org. For more information about booking Hudson Valley Ghostbusters for one of your events in the future, you can contact us through our website, hvgb.org. Plus, you can follow, like, and message us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Bluesky, and TikTok. If you are listening to this podcast and are interested in having Ghostbusters at your next event, but you're not in the Hudson Valley area, you can go to the Ghostbuster directory, whoyougonacall.org, and on there you will find a nicely organized directory by state for your local Ghostbusters group.
All right, and yeah, so I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. I hope everybody's still sane. If you want, go ahead, let us know your thoughts on this episode. Throw them in the comment section. Let us know what you thought. Show your support. Visit our online store at redbubble.com. Type HVGB in the search bar. You'll find all kinds of great merchandise that we've come up with. A lot of this is new for the past few months. So we've got a lot of new merchandise on there. If you haven't checked it out in a while, go check it out. Remember, a portion of each purchase will go to charity. And again, the easiest way to support us, like Matt said, is to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So with that, I want to thank Steve. You're
welcome.
And Steve, I do want to thank you. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you guys had a great time. It was
always fun.
Very interesting.
So yeah, I would also like to thank Steve and Steve.
You're welcome.
That's it.
Sorry, Grave.
Steve and Steve.
Yeah, you can pick which one isn't.
If you don't want previews, it's fine.
Why do you automatically assume he left you out?
Yeah,
because it's Matt.
That would be like some kind of abusive relationship.
Yeah, but it's okay. You're a really nice guy when you get to know him.
For the audience at home, we all love each other, and this is all
That's a joke.
Energy.
Come on, I have not had so much fun in such a long time. I mean, my cheeks are hurting for all this smiling and laughing and stuff. So
God,
I
as
hope
soon as
that...
I hang up, I'm gonna collapse.
All right.
I can't wait to see that.
With that said, just gonna say, have fun and remember, play with slime.
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.
All right, that is going to wrap up episode 12. Yes? We're at 12? I'm going to start over, but 12?
11?
This is going to wrap up this episode.
Jason's muted.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
I hit the wrong button. Dang it. I meant to hit this button.
All right.